Hi learners, welcome to this video. I am SUTHA MERLIN, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology from SAEC College. In this video, we are going to learn about file systems from the subject operating systems. First, we will see the introduction. What is meant by file? Files contains collection of informations that are stored in a hard drive. Then what is meant by file systems? It is a method of an operating system that uses to store, manage and organize the data in the directories. There are various file systems are available. We are going to discuss about the various file systems. First one is FAT, it is a file allocation table. It is a order file systems. Second one is NTFS. It is a new technology file systems. It is used in nowadays in Windows operating systems. And the third one is EXT. It is a extended file systems. It is commonly used in Linux and Unix-based operating systems. And the fourth one is HFS, hierarchical file systems. It is used in Mac OS. And the last one is APFS, that is Apple file systems. It is used in Apple and other iOS devices. When we store the files, it contains two parts. One is name and another one is extensions. Extensions separated by dot, that is period. Then what are the different types of files and their contents? .ex means it is executable files. .obj means it is object file. C, Java and other software contains source code files. .c extension. The batch files, the extension is .bat. The text file extension .txt or .doc files. Word processes contain different file extension, that is wp, .tx or rf and doc. And archive files, the extension is .arc, .zaf and .tar. The multimedia files contain the extension, that is .mpeg, .mov and .r. And the markup languages contain the different file extension, that is .xml, .html and .tex. The different library files contains the extensions called .lib, .ga and .so and .dll files. Print of view, the extension files are .gf, .pdf and .jpg. Next, what is meant by directory? The directory is a collection of files stored in the directory. The directory contains the information about the attributes, locations and the ownership. Various information contained in the directory are name, type, address, current length, maximum length, date of last accessed and date of last updated, owner ID and process protection informations. The various operations performed in the directory are searching the files, creating, deleting, updating and listing, renaming, traversing the files systems. Next, the directories are classified into three types. One is single level directory, second one is two level directory and the third one is tree structured directory. One by one we will discuss now. First one is single level directory. This is the example for single level directory. Here each directory is assigned to the users. Each directory is assigned to all the users. So here the disadvantages are, one is naming problems. User cannot have the same name for 12 because every user has the same directory. Next one is grouping problems. Users cannot group files according to their needs because every user contains the same directory. So the next one is the second type is two-level directory. Here, this is the example for two-level directory. Here, this is the master file directory, and this is a user file directory. Here, under the user file directory, the different files are stored here. In this, the separate directory for each user is maintained. For example, user 1, here one separate directory. User 2, another one separate directory. For user 3, another one separate. Under that directory, the different files are stored. So due to here also contains some disadvantages. First one is advantages. Due to the two levels, there is a path name for every file to locate that file. Now we can have the same file in the different for users. Searching is here, different files are stored in different directories. So searching is very efficient in this two-level directory. The third type is tree structured directory. Here the files are organized in a tree structured manner. In the root, under the branches, under the data are stored. Here also the searching is very efficient because the derivative path is maintained here. This is the main root directory. Under that subdirectory, under that sub directory, the different files are stored in the under subdirectory. Next another one topic is called file allocation methods in file system. There are three types of file allocation systems are available. One is continuous allocation, second one is linked allocation or non-continuous allocation, and the third one is index allocation. One by one we will discuss now. First one, continuous allocation. Here the files are stored in a continuous manner in the block of the disk. For example, this is a disk. Here these are the blocks. 0, 1, 2, 3 are the blocks. First one file, that is count is stored in the block 0 and 1. Second block file tr. Here I stored the tr file in the 14th and 15th block. Third one file is main file, example main file. Here the main block file is stored from the 19th block to 24th block continuously. And another one file is list, that is stored in the directory from 28th block to 31 block, and the last one file, that is f, that is stored in the location 6 to 7 and the length is 2. So likewise the different files are stored in continuous manner, that is called continuous allocation. The advantage of this continuous allocation is fast access method, because the data are stored in the files are stored in continuous manner, so we can easily search the data. So also is simple to implement. Storing is very easy, and the disadvantage of this allocation is external fragmentation, because when we delete some files in the block, means some space will be created. For deleting that space, we will provide some external fragmentations. Also difficult to resize the files. Next we are going to see about this is the diagram. Next going to see about the linked second type, that is linked allocation or non-continuous allocation. In non-continuous allocation, here the files are stored in the scattered blocks. For example, this is a directory. Here 0 to 31 blocks are there. For example, one file I am going to store means that will be stored. For example, that is stored in the block, in the directory. It contains one starting location and another one ending location. In index location, it contains some from starting point and ending point. Here in my example I started at the 9th location, then it will goes to and finally reaches the 25th blocks, so it is at the ending location. Likewise the files are stored in the scattered manner. So here the advantage of this is no external fragmentation, because if you delete me, no space will be created, file can grow dynamically. And the disadvantage of this is slower access, because files are scattered in different locations, so to accessing is very difficult. And also external storage required for pointers, because we are for indexing we are using the pointer, so for that we record external storage. Reliability also is used. Next, the third type of file allocation is called index allocation. Here, for example, this is the directory. It contains 0 to 31 blocks. Here, in this index allocation, it contains one index position. From that index position, different files will be created. So different blocks will be stored. For example, this is the 19th location. In that 9th location, each and every block is pointed to the particular 19th location. Based on this index block only, the different blocks will be stored. So the advantage of this is suppose direct access, because by pointing this one we can access easily. No external fragmentation also not required. Next disadvantage of this is extra space is required for the index blocks. For this one we require the extra space. Limiter, this is the limiter file space. And we see the previous year questions. The first question is, in a file allocation system, which of the following allocation scheme can be used if no external fragmentation is allowed? Continuous linked index. From these three, we require external fragmentation for the second and third option. So the answer is D. So second and third. So in linked and indexed allocation we record external fragmentation, no external fragmentation. The second question is, the data blocks of a very large file in the unique file system are allocated using first option contiguous allocation, second one linked allocation, third one index allocation, the fourth one an extension of index allocation. The answer is D, that is extension of index allocation. The third question is, the root directory of a disk should be placed. The root directory of the disk should be placed at a fixed location on the disk. The answer is B. The fourth question is, which of the following requires a device driver? From that, first one is, the options are register, cache, C is main memory, final one is disk. So the answer is D, that is disk. Disk only we record device driver. Fifth question is, a file system with the 300 gigabyte disk uses a file descriptor with 8 direct block addresses, 1 indirect block address and 1 doubly indirect block address. The size of each disk block is 128 bytes and the size of each disk block address is 8 bytes. The maximum possible size in this file system is, what's the answer for this? Maximum here we have to calculate the maximum possible size for in this file system. So the options are 3 KB, 35 KB, 280 KB. D is dependent on the size of the disk. The solution for the question number 5 is, first, what are the given data they given in the problem? Disk size they given 300 GB, direct block address they given 8, and indirect block address is 1, and doubly indirect block address 1. This block size given is 128 bytes. So and the size of the dict bus address is 8 bytes. So from that we can calculate the each block address, that is each block can store 128 byte 8 equal to 16 address. Next is to calculate the direct block dist contribution, indirect block contribution, doubly indirect block contribution. Then from that we should calculate the maximum file size. Addition of these two is the maximum file size. First we are going to calculate the direct block contribution. Each direct block stores data directly. So the total direct block storage is equal to, they given 8. So 8 into 128 equal to 1024 bytes. Also the second one, the indirect block contribution. So an indirect block stores addresses of 16 blocks. So 16 into 128 equal to 2048 bytes. Third one, doubly indirect block. So 16 into 6, double means, so 16 into 16 into 128 equal to 32,768 bytes. So the addition of 3 contribution, that is direct block contribution, indirect block contribution and the doubly indirect block contribution. Adding these through we will get 35,840 bytes, that is 35.84 KB. So the answer for the question is the answer B, that is 35 KB. Thank you. We will continue on next session.